let's get to it. So yesterday, we brought it to you here live on the WCNC Charlotte app, also on the TV side of things as well. But the appointment of Darline Graham Nordone, she will serve the remaining months of the Senate term for her late brother, Senator Lindsey Graham, who passed away over the weekend. So we have Julie Kay here covering all the things politics. Julie, you've been keeping an eye on this. You covered the story yesterday, or last night, I should say. I guess the question is, who is, and she's going by Darline Graham, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is Darline?
Well, this is, I will say, her first political office. She's been very involved, specifically volunteering and supporting people with disabilities, most recently leading a commission for the blind in South Carolina. So she's been very involved, and she's definitely a name people recognize. She's also what they call part of the kitchen cabinet of Lindsey Graham. So she really has been heavily involved behind the scenes in terms of politics. And so I think that, and everyone I've spoken to seems very hopeful that this is just going to be, as much as possible, a continuation of Senator Graham's term. It really is it's a short period here. It's a 6-year term, but only until January. He was in the midst of running for re-election, which is a separate issue we'll get to in a minute. But she really has a few months where she's made it clear she wants to vote to support the president, and she wants to vote in line with how her brother would.
So, okay, the big question is, and look, it's, what has it been 72 hours?
About that.
About 72 hours since Senator Graham passed away. I should say Lindsey Graham passed away, since his sister will now go by Senator Graham. But about 72 hours since Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away. What's next? And we're hearing names of folks who want to jump into the race. We already have the Democratic nominee. We just need the Republican nominee.
Yeah, so what's next is a very, very quick timeline for putting together a special election. It's going to be August 11th, but that means that filing for candidates starts in less than a week. So July 21st to 28th, that's when the candidates will file. I'm expecting, some of the big names, maybe Nancy Mace, maybe Ralph Norman, people who recently ran for the governorship.
Yeah.
Or just names that we've heard in general that already have existing campaign and donation teams, because it is incredibly hard to run a statewide election with nothing from the ground up in a week. So we may see some random names thrown in there, and there's some new names, but I really anticipate it's going to be people whose teams are not only established but fairly recently active. So there's that. Then there's the element of actually, campaigning for the August 11th special election for Republicans.
Yeah.
In the event that there's a runoff, that'll be August 25th. And so this will all be decided within the next 5 or 6 weeks.
Fast.
It's very fast. And I spoke with an expert last night about this is a pretty unprecedentedly quick situation. I mean, they don't really have another choice. And this is a big deal, too. It is a 6-year term. So it is not, any term in public office at that magnitude is important, but 6 years is not a short amount of time, considering how much you think about how much North and South Carolina have changed in the last 6 years. It is a really significant timeline, and so I definitely expect we'll see some names. I went out and spoke with people today. I heard Ralph Norman a lot, and I'm expecting
familiar name, York County,
names. Yeah, people they already know. But of course I was in York County, so I was in our area. Of course that makes sense. But it'll be interesting to see who submits their name, and if they're going to, they probably want to do it very, very quickly.
Interesting stuff. Julie, you'll be back here in about an hour and a half as we will bring you that swearing-in ceremony from our nation's capital and about 2:30. So we'll have it for you on WCNC Charlotte TV side of things. Also here, if you're on the app, stay with us. We'll be with the coverage. Julie, I'll see you in a little bit. So she's not going to go far, guys. All right, Julie Kay, covering all things politics as always. Thank you.